Live. We are live.
What up?
What up? Share. Chat viewing. Oh, you can start a highlight. So I told you about the highlight when you do go live on YouTube. I wonder if Instagram do something similar, but you can start a highlight where I can click on it. Like I can click the highlight button, it'll record what I'm saying and turn that into a separate video.
That's that thing you do with your phone.
When I'm getting the clips here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're here productizing our knowledge. We lucky went viral.
You said we did?
Lucky.
How many,
More than 200 likes.
oh, you talking about just posting as a system?
Yeah.
More than 200 likes.
Take these AirPods off. Posting as a system is raw.
Yeah. So I'll be trying to figure out once we got, like, you know, it's a period of getting people's attention, and then it's another thing to get people's attention so they turn into customers.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And it's like it seemed like a fine line between posting in a way where you engage an audience and people like what they're seeing, and then posting in a way where them liking what they seeing turns into them buying something.
Right, like showing off versus giving them something to buy. A happy balance between. Okay, you like my hair? Thank you. Hi.
Yeah, so I'm just noticing that when people engaging, I'm starting to see how that engagement that looks like just showing people what we do could turn into something to sell to them. Like, what is the thing that could be for sale based on watching what people like?
Right, and then do you go back to your home basis, which is like t-shirts and
Because t-shirt is a service.
so you still like the checklist.
Yeah, the t-shirt still got to be made.
Digital downloads.
Yep. And I think I'm only aware enough to be thinking about it.
Right.
And seeing it like in real time. Like, oh, people love that video. So if people love that video, what's the element that they love so much that can turn into sales? So I'm really trying to study. I mean, that's ultimately what it is like us engaging people is us being able to do homework and research.
Right.
Like
What's is keeping them engaged.
This is market research.
Because my most viewed video that got 8,000 views, I'm teaching them how to mold before I even start a braid.
You teaching them how to what?
Like prepare the braid before I even started. I ain't do no braiding.
Right.
And then get as many likes as the one video, but it got 8,000 views, which means that it's niggas watching it and it's going through.
Yeah, well, that's why I keep trying to say you gotta ignore the
Yeah.
Like ignore the likes.
Yeah.
Like the likes ain't it.
They not representation of it, especially because I'm one of the people that don't like as much I take in the information as a consumer.
Right. Yeah. People are watching.
They're interested.
Right. So it's like now that they're watching, how are people who are watching into customers? So it's like, what are they watching? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what element of what they're watching is an opportunity to provide them with something that they want or need.
that I don't gotta make or do
Right.
too. Because the goal is still not to do nothing.
Well, the goal is to the goal is for the stuff that we do is keep making things that provide some kind of service to people. Like it's like helping, like literally we're trying to figure out where the elements to be able to help people are. Like we want help aids, we want packets and workbooks and books and courses and downloads and sharing of information, you know?
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's what we do. That's what people call us for. That's what people looking for. People need help.
Yeah.
So we just need the help aids. Like literally.
Like literally.
So what happened, yeah, is that when people are saying like, oh, we're gonna watch this and you're gonna get 8,000 views or 8,000 plays, they're saying this is the direction where I'm looking for some kind of help aid or guide. So can you create me a guide with this subject matter?
Yep.
Because that's what I'm looking for.
Help aid. And it ain't a lot of things out there to help you do, like, it's not a lot of these help aids out. Like, looking for, like when we talked last week, me looking for learning aids for stitch braiding or things like that, it's not in the world.
Right.
So it's more than enough.
Yeah, and this who was talking about this? Russell Brunson was talking about, and I can't remember what he called it. He called like he I think his reference like the ocean. So he talked about having a product and knowing marketplace, and then it being a Red Sea versus a blue ocean. So the Red Sea has something to do with all of the sharks is in the water, and that's why it's oversaturated or something like that. So you're in the Red Sea, which means everybody is in, the people who are in it is oversaturation. People can cause people dropping the price. People are kind of fighting and scraping and scrapping to get other people, get the audience's attention. And having the ability to understand the market, right? Understand the people who are in the sea, if we're using Russell Brunson's reference, and creating a new blue ocean. So it's like creating, and his whole terminology is offers. So it's kind of like looking at what is being offered to people, and then what's your offer? What are you offering people, and how to create new offers that don't exist, right? So when I hear you saying you identifying some things that don't exist in the world of marketing by way of this one dude, Russell Brunson, he would say you're creating a new offer.
Yeah, because there is no learning aid. This is a paper.
The example he gave in trying to explain the new offer was the iPhone. We already had phones before the iPhone. So what Apple did is, instead of competing in the marketplace with phone providers, right?
Yeah.
What they did is they created, I don't know the actual accurate name for what's called that they created, but it was a new offer. Because the iPhone isn't just a phone. It's what kind of phone?
A smartphone.
Which separated them from the marketplace.
I need to be a smart braider.
You feel what I'm saying?
Smart instructor.
So now it's got the attention of everybody who's interested in the phones, but it looks like it's something new that doesn't exist, that didn't exist. And then other companies followed suit. Oh, we got a smartphone. Oh, we got a smartphone. You know, same thing with the tablet, the computer. it's all kind of the same technology.
Right.
All of this stuff, these are all computers. But if you got a computer that you can talk on, it's a smartphone. If you got a computer that have a external hard drive, it's a tablet.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he just gave some good references because this is stuff we already know. This is stuff we're studying it, even if we don't recognize that we're studying it. Like we're studying marketing. We're being marketed to on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. But it's good to know that you have something that people want that doesn't exist in the marketplace. You know, I'm looking at everybody talking about personal development and self-help and recognizing that a lot of what we talk about with being an artist and self-actualization and becoming your full self and reaching your full potential and being who you are, self-help is the section of books that people are looking for that stuff. So I'm still trying to keep my imagination open for what to call the offer that we're creating in terms of this personal growth, improvement, personal development stuff.
Right.
Because right now, self-help is oversaturated. Self-help is so oversaturated.
Yes.
I found myself not reading any of these books for the last 15, 20 years because the oversaturation was a deterrent for me. Mm. Like, what book do you pick up? How do you know?
How do you know?
So yeah, I'm keeping my eyes, ears open for what we gonna call what we doing because we don't want to call it self-help.
No.
But the audience, we're trying to reach the people who are interested
in that. So they think I'm looking for just braiders, but I'm looking for, or I'm giving offers to specific braiders.
Right.
The self-care braiders, the creators, the coloring book, the activity books, the learning aids.
Right, and if you want to broaden it, don't braiders.
Like black girls or girls or what? More
people who work with their hands. So you can narrow down your niche, and you can target black girls. You can target braiders, but you don't have to call it either one of those things. You can be talking to that target audience about something even broader. You know what I'm saying? Like people who work with their hands on a regular basis who might be dealing with carpal tunnel. They go some hella exercises. You know what I'm saying? You got black girls in seats in your audience. That's who you talking to. So it's like you ain't even got to tell them that my audience is black girls. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can target your audience by how you associate. You know, you being a black girl. You know, how you look. That's on your post.
They're going to talk to them regardless.
That's who you speaking to. They know you talking to them because you are one of them. You know, because guess what? I stopped cutting hair for that reason.
Because your hands hurt?
Yeah, they was locking up. They would freeze in position. And I didn't like that. And I wanted to try to stretch out the life of my hands by stepping away from it.
I got a post for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't got to be a black girl to want what these steps you about to tell me, because I didn't know that these steps existed. I wasn't around nothing that was telling me it's something that I could have been doing to where I ain't my ligaments and wrists and tight and intense and all that.
They got words for
stuff
it
with elbow and all that. I didn't have social media, Instagram, or somebody talking about what I'm experiencing.
Incredible. And y'all heard that word?
Mm-hmm. I ain't hear it out of you yet. I still ain't heard it.
Mm-hmm. So if you're not talking to the writers, who you talking to?
If I'm not talking to the writers, would it be people that work with young people? I mean, yeah, young people as
Mhm.
well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but writers is broad.
What kind of writers?
Right. You know, you can
Creative
specifically.
writers?
No, I'm saying you want a big audience. You
You
want
do.
to. You want what you have to say to be able to speak to like a wide audience.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you focus your attention on a one narrow section audience.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And writers is it ain't just one type of writer.
Right. Right.
But you can talk to the being a poet or an essayist, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or working on a novel. And writers are tuned in,
Mm-hmm.
cross discipline. You know, the people that I've been looking at their information and appreciating it are all talking about how you should not niche down. You shouldn't do one thing.
Mm.
Like the whole you should be your niche. The unique combination of who you are is that should be your niche.
Gotcha.
You know, and
Just like that post you sent last night. If you don't know what to pursue yourself.
yes,
The healthiest, happiest, most healed, most present, most confident version of yourself. Then the bright path will reveal itself.
yep. Do y'all feel like y'all? Well, let's go to. I want to go to what I wrote down as knowledge awareness, right? So knowledge awareness. When I say knowledge awareness, where y'all heads go?
Like, are we aware of how valuable our knowledge or how much we got or
And what our knowledge is.
Mm-hmm.
and then you also want us to answer it too?
Yeah, I mean,
I know now. Before I didn't know. Remember,
that's what I was gonna ask
I
you.
was like, I don't really know how to do nothing. You know, because I was thinking like with my hands and building, making, but it's like, oh wait a minute,
For my mind.
I know how to do all kinds of shit. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
specifically the writing and leading and working with young people, all of that. But before I wasn't. Initially, I didn't think like that. I was thinking like, can I teach somebody how to do something with my hands?
Right. But now that you have come from that place, like on a day-to-day basis, are you experiencing the knowledge that you have? Like in real time?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah, because people are. I find that almost every day somebody is asking me something about either writing or working with young people.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's what's your advice or how do you handle? I mean, just had somebody ask me about how do you navigate working in a PWI.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's like I got knowledge and insight on that.
Which is huge.
Crazy.
That's huge.
Yeah, so now I definitely see it all the time.
Are you logging what you're seeing?
I have everything except this new PWI thing,
Okay.
but I need to. So I need to add that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be good to log where you're learning you have knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was good practice for me to start to try to create a framework connected to the knowledge I'm newly becoming aware that I have. And I don't even take a deep dive into it. I ain't printing it out, none of that. I'm just trying to learn how to see it.
What niggas love to ask you questions about or engagement on a daily basis, things like that.
Yep, yep. And the stuff that I mean, it's the stuff that you could just talk about off the top of your head that you just really don't even realize that you know what you're talking about. Because you ain't even got to think about it. You don't even know where this information is stored inside of your mind. You know what I'm saying? It just comes out and it's like, oh, I forgot. I went to this class, went to this, used to do this when I was younger, studied this, was around this person. It was a whole process of how I accumulated this understanding.
Right.
And then the other question I was gonna ask is for you to start to become even more aware of being able to see the knowledge that you have. Are you able to see more the knowledge that the other people around you have? Like, are you experiencing other people's knowledge? Like, oh, this is knowledge that they have that they don't even recognize that they have. They could sit and they could turn this into dot, 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 dot. Is that happening or not yet?
Yeah, I kind of.
Especially with y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I can see what I imagine is the shit that was just in your head that y'all able to spit to me type thing.
Gotcha.
In London, there's little stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm noticing that like with my colleagues.
Yeah, because I don't got that many friends right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like I just be at home.
Or even like when we was at the church and listening to all them women stand up and talk.
About nothing. They was talking about stuff. The people that was said.
Some of them. No, yeah, talking about the panel. I ain't even look. I didn't even picture the panel when I said that.
Yeah, but yeah, in the world.
So it's like when they standing up, I'm sitting there thinking, it's a lot of knowledge in the room.
Yeah.
And if this information was available for consumption
That all
in the way that all of this information can be consumed,
that would be its own resource.
it would be its own resource, individually and collectively.
Yes. 15 years here. I've been there for 20 years. I
Right.
work with her WDF for 40.
Yeah.
She was the next thing, them letters and them words. Yeah. Yeah.
And the reason why I'm asking is because I'm trying to see if y'all having a similar experience like that I experienced, like in these phases, you know, not being aware of the knowledge, wanting to become more aware of the knowledge, starting to see like, oh, I know how to do a whole lot of stuff. It ain't just this one thing I know how to do with my hands. And it was like, oh, well, if I know how to do a lot of stuff, it's like the people around me know how to do a lot of stuff. Like, oh, everybody's sitting on the knowledge that they have until someone calls and then they just give it away. And then
Yeah, I'm even noticing that about Kim and
Exactly.
Rosa.
Exactly. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
true. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think I really notice it when I go through my pictures as my like reminders of like places that we done been, things we done talked about, shit that we done like that be really having me like we sitting on a lot or we got a lot or we done been through a lot type thing. Like
Yeah. Because it had me excited, and it was like, is anybody else gonna be excited about this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Learning like, oh, and then when you get on the internet and you get on social media, the majority of it is somebody's there selling something that they know or partly know, and they're selling it.
Yeah.
They don't even completely know. They just running the regimen in the system. Do y'all follow anybody on social media that you find yourself kind of studying their system?
Yeah, as a poet. And then
And what you get in
Dr.
trouble?
Monique Kuzma. I mean, she doing everything that this girl, this poet is doing everything that we talking about. You know, tips on this and how to do this as a poet, things I learned as a first time author. And then she got classes, she got she doing everything that you telling me I should do.
Gotcha. How you feel about it? Like, what you thinking?
Oh, I'm just studying it so I can do the same goddamn thing.
Gotcha.
She in a whole different. She in Houston.
Gotcha.
I mean, even though this can be from anywhere, but she's also audiences. Like I'm just saying that she kind of got a similar blueprint.
Okay. So another thing that I've been reading about is the value ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And the value ladder, the way I express it is, free, cheap, inexpensive, a little more expensive, extremely expensive in terms of how some of these people are engaging with us.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
How far up her value ladder have you went? With social media, especially like Instagram, the thing that's free.
Mm-hmm.
How far up the ladder have you went? Have you spent any money?
No.
Gotcha. I'll go ahead.
I mean, actually, I'm booking her for her to come talk to the most promising students. It's part of my speaker series, so yes, I have.
Oh yeah, so you up there. I mean, you up there in terms of how to invest in her information and knowledge.
Yeah.
You didn't climb
so,
over to
I have, because I've noticed like how she is, what she's putting on social media, her steps on this, her steps on that. I'm like, oh, she would be an interesting poet to bring in for my speaker series because it's a very easy and digestible format that she has that I thought would be applicable or attractive to teens.
Mm-hmm.
So I booked her as a speaker.
Right.
So she coming virtually.
How much was it?
I thought, wow.
Gotcha. I mean, I was assuming that. I was assuming
she's
the top.
1-hour visits.
Which means it's really 333.
A visit.
Yeah. Like for
she
1,000
got
for 3 sessions is
just a 1-hour virtual session 3 times.
Gotcha. You recording it?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is how you really capture. That's how you really maximize the investment. Because she probably got something that's more expensive than 1,000.
Right.
And then she probably got several things that's cheaper than 1,000.
Right.
So
and
the value ladder, that's what the value ladder is. Mm-hmm. The way you hook people, the way you engage with them is the thing you give them for free to pull them into the things that you actually sell.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you said the value ladder, I was thinking, like the things that we created that cost or that we charged that cost money. But
it's the same.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Once she started talking, I started thinking about the Breaders Only Rebel X situation.
Yeah, because remember, it's almost like we are guides with information, but then we're also students of other people who have knowledge and information. So it's happening simultaneously if we are able to see it.
Gotcha.
And if we spending money on some of this information that we accumulating from people, it's actually also teaching us different ways that the system of this all works.
Can you say that last part again?
If we're spending money on knowledge information from other artists, entrepreneurs, or whatever knowledge we spending money on, we're also learning how it works.
Yeah. Because that $7 product book that I bought from that girl, that she could have wrote with her pencil and put on that thing. That was a waste of my damn time.
Was the information good?
I mean, it was. I knew it. It was a little confirmation.
Oh, so it was confirmation.
Yeah, but
You'll still be good. Well, you wouldn't have learned that lesson.
right.
But that go to the how the heck do you know who to get the stuff from and who not to get the stuff from? See, I'm gonna tell you my theory. My theory on knowing who got good information and who might not have valuable good information
Yeah.
is based on who they follow and who follows them. So when I'm looking at some of the most successful, content creators, YouTubers, digital creators, or whatever you want to call them, when I recognize that I find a page and I notice that one of my 96 people I'm following, multiple people are following this other information, I'm kind of looking at, wondering. That's one of the ways I gauge it and measure it. And then what I'll usually do is I will follow it for a pretty short period of time to kind of get kind of familiar with it and sees if it makes me click on the link in a bio. I'll go look at the book. I'll read the book reviews on Amazon. I'll see if the book has audio that I can listen to. I might look at some of their page and try to see where they're getting their information from. Because if they're getting their information from a source that I perceive as successful or knowledgeable, I'm looking at how people are in proximity to other people online.
Right. That makes sense.
To help me have a better guess, because it's still a guess. And I'm starting to become pretty aware of the areas where I have knowledge. So no matter whose system I buy into, I'm finding it valuable because I'm really learning structure.
Yes. What's your outlines? What's your frame? What's your...
Yeah,
Because the shit y'all put in there...
Yeah, like how do you break down this information and organize it in a way that has put you in position for me to purchase? Because I just bought something. And I ain't tripping that I bought something. It's kind of like looking at it in a very reciprocal kind of way. Like if I want people to start to be able to purchase the knowledge and information that's coming out of me, I don't mind at all investing in understanding the pre-order by pre-ordering somebody's book to get the kit and get the box and all that kind of stuff.
That is wrong.
What you think?
No, that's smart, but I didn't do that. But
No, you did.
I'm talking about looking at the followers, like seeing who they follow and stuff.
Right, but you studied her for a minute, so you trusted it.
Yeah, with her, yeah. And then you...
I knew her work before I ever saw her on Instagram.
Gotcha.
Like I read a few years ago, I wrote a review for her book.
Okay.
So I knew the work and...
So you've been engaging.
Yeah. And even with Monique Koosman, same thing. I read a book years ago,
Oh, one tip that I heard that I thought was dope, because I'm thinking about it when you're talking about Monique Koosman, is if you look at the books that you buy, that'll give you an idea of the insight that you have, the areas that you're interested in, and where your knowledge base may be swimming around in there somewhere. Just by looking at the books that you buy. It's like the books you get tell you your interest and where you are accumulating knowledge. Just the books alone.
Gotcha. Then this is a lot.
Right. It kind of makes it's almost like it's like learn that, I've already organized this in a different way somewhere else.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Which is the books. Yeah. Yeah.
which probably could extend to the YouTube videos that you watch.
Oh yeah.
It's value in them.
Yes.
You
What's
was,
the
you was a
value-
little
what-
stressed
right,
up.
What's the value in it?
Learn how to vlog.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
I be looking at their shots. I'm like, okay, this is when they do this. This is when they prop up that. This is how they.
Yeah. And if you've never actually even done it, and somebody came to you and said, "Can you help me do this?" You would automatically pull all of the knowledge you've accumulated studying something that initially you thinking you looking at it and it's all entertainment. You studying it, like how often you should post. You know how long it should be. I mean, it's the whole gamut.
What feel long, what don't.
Mm-hmm. Is this the only conversation or information that y'all taking in about marketing?
Besides engaging with it on social media?
Yep. Like, is marketing, you following any marketing pages?
Not pages, but I'm learning some stuff at work about marketing.
Okay.
But I mean, it's you know.
And are you finding overlap from what you're learning at work versus shifting your perspective on social media?
Not really.
Not really.
Mm-mm.
No, I just wondered.
Mm-hmm.
I just wondered if you're, because you might want to.
Right.
Even if it's a page. I mean, I got a couple that I follow, which would just turn into more suggestions of something you might see or find on your own.
What's that one girl? This Nikki?
Yes.
Who is she?
She is, I always show you her videos, but she's an entrepreneur, content creator. She breaks down a lot of how to be a successful social media influencer. So she breaking down AI software. I'm pretty sure she might be the person responsible for Eric Thomas videos. Light skin.
Oh, I know what you're
With
talking about.
the hat, she got
Yeah,
all
she
of
was
the
the one.
reason
Yeah,
behind her.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, she got some solid information. But the same thing with her. Looking at her, look at who follows her, look at who she follows, and then it's kind of like, oh yeah, this is a good source of information. And then it's one page called Repertoire or something that I follow, where it's a faceless page, but it'll break down, Nike and McDonald's and Amazon and tactics of these big brands and big companies. Like, it's really breaking down some of the marketing psychology behind some of the major brands in very short, choppy, fast videos. And I think it's called Repertoire or Reportage or something like that.
This is Nikki's.
I can share that.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Because somehow it's like if you curating, like if you really curating your content, it's like if you stepping into, a new field or learning something new or growing in another direction. For me, it's been very successful for that thing to be reminded, me to be reminded of that thing if I'm on social media. So it's like taking in a little marketing, taking in a little self-actualization, taking in a little creative inspiration, somebody who I'm studying their system. So it's like all of the things all of the areas where I'm trying to grow, I have pages that
Same.
are complementary to that. Like intentionally.
And then it's like my For You page also is another reflection of the things that they know that I'm paying attention to too.
Right.
Okay, Susie, you don't got no follower. I mean, you're not following nobody.
Who, me?
You got know what?
She ain't following nobody. She only got 77 followers. I mean, she only following 77 people. Okay.
That's raw. You already know I'm all about like we ain't supposed to be following all this stuff.
Right.
It just seems like if you trying to really learn and grow on social media and you following people who aren't looking at social media as a business, then you wind up getting content that is distracting to learning marketing, sales, persuasive writing, copywriting, and these key elements that kind of help you get better
Yeah.
with using social media as a tool.
Because the girlies is using social media as a tool.
Right.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Like the shit that's on there, like the amount of endless reference inspiration that is on social media once you unfollow all your friends is diabolical. It's amazing.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like you just told me how to do a ponytail in 5 seconds. I know what I need to do when I'm doing it by myself, or just the engagements of things like that I don't talk about, but that I like to read about or something. Like this girl is writing poems about like growing up, and they are very interesting, especially with my homework that I'm doing for most promising. So it's like I've been reading a lot of poems. I've been looking at how the girlies are getting dressed. You know what I mean? Like just little stuff that I'm paying attention to that I want to enhance or engage with more often.
That's dope.
So it's like it's filling up all around me. Like,
I'll write down. What y'all learning about yourselves?
one thing I learned about myself is that I start out real strong. Just start out real strong. And then it take me a long time to finish. Another thing is that I'm interested in a lot of stuff. Or like, it's a lot of little pieces that make up this big girl. From like hair, getting dressed, like girly stuff. A lot of people don't take care of their body or like their mind. It's just very interesting. So like the fact that I do yoga or take baths or things like that, people don't slow down. Like if you watch, they always got something going on. It don't feel like they taking care of themselves. Like from the people that I used to follow to like seeing the world of the shit that I follow now. Self-care is like important as fuck.
Gotcha.
Peace and shit is important as fuck.
Yeah, like it's a part of being successful.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Where you fall on the peace and taking care of yourself with the two extreme examples.
They either doing it or not doing it, and am I doing it?
Or just where do you fall in the middle if the two extreme examples?
I feel like I am in the middle. Like I don't do it as much as I did yoga more often when I was taking classes, but I take baths a lot. Or like, so I do little stuff, but like how the evolution of the engagement is different. Like
So making you more aware.
that I need to do it.
Gotcha.
Like that I gotta pay that more attention. Yeah.
That's wild.
That's good. That's real good.
What I was gonna say is when you say that you start off strong, but then you take a long time to finish. My mind said, will you ever be finished? It's something to think about. You know what I mean?
Like on
Like it's being finished, the destination.
no.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about.
Right, because when they asked it, all I thought about was if it heals at all, like the evolution of like the journey.
Yeah, like it don't stop.
It don't stop.
Yeah, you just get better at being on it.
In it, feeling it, grounding myself with it.
Yeah, so that was where I went. And then the other thing you said was, you said you don't. What did you say after you said? I haven't started talking about.
The second one was that people don't take care of themselves.
No, it was something you said before that. Don't come back to me. It was something else you said. Now you trying to remember. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I had it when I asked the question. After I asked the question.
I think I'm learning that. I'm learning that I have a lot to say.
Oh, Paul, don't lose that when you said you got a lot of interest.
Yeah, and that I relate to that too.
That's what, and it reminded me. And then the interest, the more you get to the root of what you're interested in, it stops feeling like the feeling that you have a lot of interest will decrease because you'll start.
Right, because right now, and then when you say that, do you mean like how they relate in my world to the people that's around me?
No, to you.
Gotcha.
See,
Because they all might be creative expression.
they might not all be creative expression, but they all may be some form of expression.
Gotcha.
But I think that what happens to the artists is they tell us that we never finish what we start. And they tell us that we're all over the place. So
Not them as the two that I see it.
when we looking out into the worlds that we are creating and we're trying to grow and critique and understand, it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't focus on all this stuff. You know?
I don't feel like that.
No, I'm just saying, just in general. but you called it. You know, you said I got a lot of interest, and it came with a connotation.
Like it felt like it was wrong or
Like
something.
the eyes got big when you said it.
Got you.
You know, and I don't know what that meant, but what I took from it was like, man, I'm realizing I'm interested in a lot of stuff. You know, kind of like that's not a good thing.
Or no, but it was like so much that it do be feeling overwhelming at times because I don't know how to overlap them or I don't look at them all at the same thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, because once you get to the root of the interest, you'll realize that they all represent you.
Yes.
And then they'll start to engage in a more seamless way. Like it'll be more fluid. Where it makes sense that when you get dressed in the morning that you want to do the stop motion video showing the outfit that you picked to get ready to go do this thing, you know?
Yep.
You will start to see it reflected actually in your social media. The fact that that's one place you decided to express yourself.
Yeah, because this is my little visual diary. That is my new little blog.
Yeah. All right,
All this shit make me want to get a
No,
camera.
you're okay. That's okay. That's all I have to say.
That was all?
You got a lot to say? That's it?
That was all you learned? Look, all you was learning is that you got a lot to say, and that's all you got to say.
I mean, I'm not saying it. I'm only writing it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm learning about myself. I mean, and I kind of knew that, but I really can see it now that it's like documented, and I can literally see it.
Gotcha.
You know, and then like when I'm talking to my coworker, I can see that Like she has no idea. I'm saying in this other world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like wow.
Are you seeing what you create as a meme and your caption as two different things? Let me say that again. Are you seeing what you create as a meme and your caption two different things, or are you seeing it as the same thing?
Oh, the same.
The same.
Mm-hmm. It's all. It's like an elaboration. It's like I'm elaborating on the meme with caption.
Gotcha.
So I see it as the same.
Okay.
Is it?
Is it the same?
Mm-hmm. No.
I just wonder. I mean,
Oh.
I didn't know how you saw it. Not that I mean, I didn't know if you saw it like the meme is like a poem or the quote from an essay, and then that's, you know, like, is that really you? Is that the whole you, or is the caption?
Oh yeah, I see it as the same.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see like the sort of meme as, well, I see the caption as like a little footnote to kind of tell you more insight on what I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like elaborating on the post.
Right, but it also give us more like a little sense of like, you be like, I was sad writing this, or we feel something else in that caption than we do with the experience of you already talking for us or writing the words that we can't figure out, which feel like different things too.
Yeah. It's almost like the captions seem like the stuff you would never write,
Yeah, yeah.
but we waiting for you to
Write more captions.
like take the caption and turn it into the meme. Because it's like you said, it's the same thing. But the fact that it's like the fact that it's called something different, you're treating it different in your approach. And the way you're treating it in the approach is you are giving yourself permission to truly express yourself, because it's just a caption. You know? Like if you were an illustrator, it's similar to if it was just a sketch, it would be more free. And then once you need to turn it into the painting, then you can put all of the construction and confinement around it and all of the craft or techniques and all that. And ultimately it becomes less of an expression of what it is you really have to say.
Gotcha. Wow.
You know? But I think I see it as an extension of the same thing, but more.
Right, because thinking about it now, like we used to get those little quotes, and now we get our good poems and essays, but now it's like the mix of both of them.
Because I used to never put a caption.
Never.
That's the difference between the pink posts. That's the difference.
I
And
never put a caption.
how fast you saying whatever fuck.
Yep, that's the
You
difference.
bringing your tweets to Instagram?
I put my Instagrams on Twitter.
Got you.
But did you mean her tweets? Literally her tweets? Yeah.
When you be talking shit and you be
Just your tweet.
real quick.
But I don't do no
You don't
real
tweet.
quick tweets.
Oh, you don't tweet.
I just put all my Instagram. Whatever's on Instagram is on Twitter.
No, I got that, but those are memes.
At the point where we put we put a
Once
picture
you put it in
behind
Canva, yes.
Got you.
Okay, so, but my Instagram mirrors my Twitter. I mean, my Twitter mirrors my Instagram.
Except for when you tweet.
Oh.
So when you tweet,
Do you
Are-
bring those
do you
tweets to
put your-
Twitter?
that out because yeah.
No.
Because that's a whole different side of Allie Susie too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
You don't
I
give a
haven't done
fuck.
that.
It's to come through and see the tweets that need to turn into this other format.
That's what these tweets
But the captions is a whole nother series.
Yeah, I like the overlap system.
So I got that book.
I love these posts.
Well, they even printed a book.
What the fuck?
And I'm like,
This is a beautiful ass.
that's a beautiful book.
this is fucking amazing. Cause I love him on Instagram.
That's a beautiful book.
And that book by that one man that make them black and white pages that they ain't. That she a woman. I thought she was a man. They not as good as these, but this is nice. And a journey back to yourself, be gentle, safe, and secure. No, that's right. I don't know who need to hear this, but baby, listen. This it got all the colors in it and everything. How she just know to put the brown next to the purple next to the green?
I love the colors of that book.
It's so vivid, but it's just like the post. The swipes are a specific two-color tone, and then they switch it up, and then they dub back, and then they know that these need to go with that.
Yep.
And it's nice and little. I'm not sure you need to hear this, but
Yeah, and then it's sectioned off. It's got the little topic at the bottom. But it's this is where we're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we're going.
These ain't no different than these is a little different. These I was gonna say these not no different than the little girl to girl post that I've been seeing. Or the first daughter. Like when they be talking to specific people.
Yeah, but people taking they post and turn them into books.
Yeah, this looks like that. It's almost. They just play with the colors some more. And she got two different pages. That got the two different. Lulu need to read this book.
Yep, it's who said it yesterday? Rico. What he wrote, talking about the lack of curiosity, or you could tell he's really on a journey of.
He talking about my generation. He like, really, I'm just talking about me.
Yep.
That was wrong.
Yep, he on a journey of trying to activate that curiosity. What he wrote, that was
it
was strong.
And then he said, "What nation?" I was just talking about how Rico just don't care about nothing, none of the bullshit no more. Or you know what I mean?
Right.
Cause he ain't want to text that boy and say happy birthday. Cause he don't want to fuck with him.
Right. Right, and yeah, he ain't call it bullshit, but it's definitely
Yeah,
like
and he like, you know, you could call him and be like, man, so and so just got in an accident, and Rico be like, I mean, so she ain't been driving stupid.
Rico don't give a fuck.
That's good. I mean, that's good.
This is good.
I got a new
This
book.
book is really
Yeah,
good.
what book is that?
The
The
guy.
guide to going viral. So I kind of been following dude probably like last 5 years, but I never really took in any of his content for real. But now I'm just kind of curious to see what he doing. And then I briefly opened it and looked at the table of content and the table of contents, and I'm noticing that he has, like, some of these guys specialize in one area of how to engage in social media. Some is marketing guy, this guy is sales, this guy is offers, this guy is pre-orders. You know, this person, you know, they all got their claim to fame. This dude is courses, this dude is webinars. And quickly scanning through here, I'm seeing that he seemed to cover several of those different areas. But I kind of been liking the people who talk more broadly about it than the key specialized area,
Right.
because it's helping me start to see the full system in which things overlap and which things don't. And his whole thing is hook point. So storytelling, I'm imagining it's gonna be pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And I've been liking the guys that's talking about storytelling, because we all got stories.
Brendan Kane.
Yeah. then I'm looking at this self-published versus, these big words, big letters, then looking at how many followers they got and looking at all of that. So I think I'm gonna enjoy this. But at the very least, it'll be talking points for us.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so another one.
Another one. Just getting better and better.
What is this? Uncle Art School.
You said Digi-Econ. Digi-Econ.
Yeah, Digi-Econ,
Oh, that's the name of it.
like digital economics.
Oh.
Just like college, everybody who was econ majors. So now it's like Digi-Econ.
Gotcha.
We'll see what sticks.
I like that.
We'll be back at it next week.
Be cool. No.